Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I will be talking about the new raid, Liberation of Undermine, and in particular, I will be talking about the new Renown that is specific to this raid, and how exactly you will be able to unlock all the different Renowns and what you will be able to get from this new Renown. So first of all, if you are wondering how you can even see this Renown, basically you will be able to unlock it when you will enter the raid for the first time. And then here on top of the stairs inside of the Intercontinental Hotel inside of the raid, you will be able to talk to Poda Piranha and she will be the one showing you this Renown. If you also want to see it outside of the raid, you can go right here in your Reputation tab and you can click on the Gallagio Loyalty Rewards Club, and here you can click on View Renown, and like that, even outside of the raid, you will be able to consult this and look at all the different rewards and all the different renowns. So this renown works very similarly to the other renowns. As you can see, in order to unlock the next one, you will need 2,500 points, and in total, you have 20 of these different renowns. The only difference, and probably the most annoying one, is the fact that you can only unlock one renown per week. So it means that, for instance, right now in week 1, we have Renown 1 and you can upgrade these to Renown 2. And then as soon as you've unlocked Renown 2, your Reputation tab will be locked and you won't be able to earn any more points. And so you will have to wait until next week in order to then start working on unlocking Renown 3. And so in total, it means that you will need 20 weeks of farming this raid in order to unlock the 20 different renowns and all the different rewards and perks that go with this new renown system. For those of you who are not really familiar with this new renown system and about all the new rewards you will be able to get, basically, to provide you with a quick overview, you will be able to unlock different type of things that will either allow you to gain some new abilities or perks inside of the raid. So for instance, here, if you go on this one, as you can see, your damage and healing done inside of the raid will be increased by 6%. Then if you go a little bit after, it will be increased by 9%. You also have the same with your movement speed. And so all these type of things will allow you to just become more powerful inside of the raid. Next to that, you will also get a few cosmetic items and rewards and also a few mounts. And here, if you are wondering where you can buy all these different items and especially the mounts, basically it's again inside of the raid. You want to go on top of this floor and here you will be able to find Endo the Gat. And you want to talk to Endo the Gat, and here you will be able to find the different mounts. So as you can see, at rank 8, we will have this missile right here. Then at rank 17, we will have this hyena right here. And finally, at rank 20, we will have the Flarendo the Furious Mount, which is the Mecha TREX Mount. And so it means that this mount will require you to farm the raid for 20 weeks in order to get it. But at least at the end, it will only cost you 700 gold in order to get it. Okay, so now let's talk about how exactly you will be able to get some renown points and how you will be able to unlock all the different renowns. And as you will see, it's pretty straightforward. So basically, in the new raid, you have 8 new bosses. The first 6 bosses will reward you with 450 points when you kill them for the first time of the week for your entire account. And so here it means that you already have a lot just by killing these 6 first bosses. Then after that, when you will be killing Mugsy, you will receive 600 points. And finally, when you will be killing Gallagio, who is the last boss of the raid, you will receive 1000 points. And also next to that, you will have a few pack of trash mobs that will have some lieutenants. And when you kill these different lieutenants, you will receive 100 points each. And in total, there are 7 of them. So it means that normally, if you are clearing the raid, you will be able to get 5,000 points. And this is something that you will be able to do in any difficulty, including LFR, normal, heroic, mythic, and also normally you will still get some points when doing it in story mode. Here, I just want to insist on a few things. First of all, once you've killed one boss in any difficulty and you got the points from this boss, you won't be able to get some more points from any of the other difficulties or on any of your other alts. So it means that if you are doing it, for instance, in LFR, you receive your 450 points, then you kill the same boss in Heroic, Normal, on the same character or on other alts, you won't be able to get more reputation from this specific boss. And so it also means that, for instance, you can't just kill Gallagio in normal, heroic, and LFR difficulty in order to get each time 1000 points. You will only be able to get 1000 points once per week per account. And similar to that, you can't just do LFR Gallagio on one character, get the 1000 points, and then do the LFR Gallagio again on another character. You won't be able to get an additional 1000 points. Now, it means that basically you don't really need to do the entire raid every week in order to get the 2500 points that you need in order to unlock the Renown of the week, because again, remember that even though you can get up to 5000 points, you will only be able to unlock one Renown per week. However, if, for instance, you are a little bit late, you will be able to then work towards all the different Renowns in order to catch up with what is the latest cap. So let's say, for instance, right now I'm in week 3 and I'm trying to catch up with the Renowns. So right now I've only done Renown 1 and we are on week 3. I will be able to get the 5000 points in order to directly unlock Renown 2 and Renown 3. So this is something that is pretty good because it means that like that, if, for instance, you are someone who is not a big fan of raiding and of PvE in general, but you still want some of the rewards, especially the TREX Mount, what you can do is simply do the entire raid once every 2 weeks in any difficulty, and like that you will get 5000 points each time, which will allow you to unlock the 2 Renowns that normally you should be missing each time. It's also important to note that normally they will have a catch-up mechanism that will allow you to get more points when doing all the different bosses and everything if you are a little bit late. We're not sure exactly how impactful this catch-up mechanism will be, but it means that, for instance, if you miss completely like 10 weeks in a row or something like that, hopefully you will be able to work towards getting more of this renown all at once. But again, this is something we will have to wait and see exactly how it will work. So my main recommendation for you, especially if again you are mainly just trying to get the TREX Mount or some of the different rewards from this Renown system, is to simply try and do the raid maybe once per week for the next 20 weeks. Again, you don't need to do the entire raid. You can also just queue up for LFR. As soon as more of the wings will be available in LFR, you will be able to kill enough bosses normally and lieutenants in order to get all the renown you need for that week. Also, if you want to get some gear and all these type of things, it can be a good way for you to just do that every week and get more of these. If again you really don't like this but you still want the mount, maybe consider doing a full clear every 2 weeks in LFR, normal, or whatever difficulty you prefer. And the last thing is, for those of you who really hate PvE and really hate all of that, then what I would recommend you to do is maybe just wait to see a little bit what the catch-up mechanism will look like, and if potentially you will be able to do everything at once in 1 week at the end of the patch, who knows. But keep in mind one important thing: this is going to be pretty hard to solo after the end of the War Within. So this is something you should definitely try to do while everyone else is doing it, and while it's very easy to find some groups and everything, especially I'm thinking about LFR, because if you're waiting too long and you arrive in midnight or even in patch 11.2 and not a lot of people are doing it anymore, then sadly it's going to become more difficult for you to get all these different points. So all in all, this is a pretty interesting system, but also something that is very grindy, and I'm sure many of you are absolutely gonna hate it, especially because the end reward, which is the TREX Mount, is something that most players will try to get. So hopefully you will find ways to make it as less painful as possible. And also hopefully at some point Blizzard will introduce something that will allow you to maybe farm the renowns a little bit faster. Let's say for instance you can get some renowns by doing it in LFR, normal, heroic, and mythic difficulty, and each time you will be able to unlock new renowns. I think it would make more sense. But again, this is how it is right now, and this is how this system works. Let me know in the comments what you think about this system, about the rewards, and about the raid in general. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos, and in the meantime I wish you all a great day. Bye!